Earn points every time you order your faves on the McDonald's app. More points get you more of your faves for free on the McDonald's app. But now you're low-key obsessed with the McDonald's app. But a win's a win. Earn free food with the McDonald's app. At participating McDonald's.
Could your holiday use a little extra? A bit more? Or maybe a whole lot of... Add some extra to your holiday gatherings when you add ice-cold Coke to your cart. Coca-Cola. Real magic. Copyright 2023. The Coca-Cola Company.
Our area's most beautiful properties deserve the finest realtors. Meeks Realty Group. We focus on buying and selling residential and commercial properties throughout the tri-state area. Contact Meeks Realty Group online at meeks.us or call 304-440-1101.
The views and opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of 580 WCHS, its employees, or WVRC Media. From the studios of WVRC Media, the country, the United States of America, the state, West Virginia, the city, Charleston. This is the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live. And your host.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
He's kind of a big deal.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Dave Allen.
And a good Tuesday morning to you. Welcome to the show. Ryan Nicholson is our producer today. Biggly, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Fruit Pharmacy text 304-935-5008. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you by Thornhill Auto Group. Get ready to make the holidays bright this year in a brand new Ford with your name on it. Drive on down to the Thornhill Motor Mile and slide into the driver's seat of a cutting-edge Ford SUV or new F-150. Click or come by thornhillford.net or on the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 in Chapmanville. And the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live comes to you from the Par-Mar Store studio. If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon, including Par-Mar's newest location, 37620 Coal River Road in Whitesville. That's in Boone County. And throughout the holiday season, stop by your local Par-Mar store, purchase a red stocking or a world's best chocolate bar. 100% of the proceeds go to the Children's Home Society of West Virginia. And remember, there's not a Par-Mar store near you now. There will be soon. Phone calls to the show, service of Biggly, Piggly, Wiggly, and our texting services are provided by Fruit Pharmacy, your hometown family pharmacy. All right, we got a loaded up show this morning. America's Got Talent winner Landau Eugene Murphy Jr. is here. He's been making his rounds in the building. He was on with Animal earlier, so he survived that. He was on with Steve and Jenny. He was on with Rob Reel. He'll be in with us a little bit later on in the morning. Plus, Angie Settle from Health Right's going to stop by. Kind of an update of some things going on in the west side of Charleston with this gas situation. Jeff Jenkins is going to be here, too. You know, we just put a bow on the Super Six in Wheeling, crowning 3 new state football champs. Now it's time to talk high school basketball. The girls' season already underway. Now the boys will kick off our tip-off, I guess I should say, our broadcast season later tonight. Jeff's going to join us to talk about that. Plus your calls and texts are welcome, too. Again, Biggly, Piggly, Wiggly hotline. 304-345-5858. Text line from Fruth, 304-935-5008. Want to start this morning by having our monthly visit from our good friend Chris Withrow from the Beni Kedem Shrine here in Charleston. Christopher, good morning. How are you, sir?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm great. And you?
I am fine. I see you got to meet Landau in the green room, man.
I did, yeah.
I texted
man, he's really tall.
Yeah, he is really tall.
Wow.
Or we're really short. I don't know which one it is.
Probably a little both.
Combination of both. You and I had talked over the weekend to meet him, but I'm told that he wanted to meet you too.
Oh,
you
I'm
being
sure
a big time radio star and everything.
You're too kind.
Yeah,
too kind.
But I'm glad you got. The thing about Landau, so I've known Landau 30 some odd years.
Yeah, because
he's an LA guy.
Yeah, he's an LA guy.
He's an LA guy, and anytime I have him on the show, we get into old stories of back in the old days.
That could be dangerous for you, Dave.
Well, it can be. It can be very much. But the thing about him is he's not changed one bit. I mean, he still lives in Logan, tours all over the world. He went to, I had him in with Animal, and he was talking about going to Dubai when he played in Dubai. Have you ever been to Dubai, Chris?
No.
Yeah.
No. But I am planning to soon.
Yes.
Truly, I've got a hunting trip that's going to take me
A hunting trip to Dubai?
No, to South Africa. But
Okay,
there's
what are you
going to be a
hunting?
layover. There's going to be a layover there, and it's going to.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's going to end right. That late 15 hours in Dubai. So I'm excited about it.
Oh, you're going to jail. I'm not going to lie to you. You're probably going to go to jail.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. What do you got going on with the Shrine Club, man?
We have a lot of things going on. Well, we just finished up the food drive. We teamed up with the Union Mission, and we did a great job collecting food. People were able to come through our parking lot and just kind of pop the trunk or say, hey, roll down the window, come and get this food. So it was really convenient for everybody, and we were really excited. It was our first time participating in that. And then, of course, starting yesterday, we started the Tower of Toys, and we're going to be a drop-off collection point for the toys here in Charleston, and it's the same gig. You can drive through our parking lot. We're gonna have some nobles out there on the parking lot collecting the toys from 11 to noon, and then from 4 to 5 every day, Monday through Friday, this week and next, to collect all those toys, and that's going to lead us up to our breakfast with Santa, which will be on the 16th, I believe, and that's going to be a really good opportunity for everybody to bring their children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews out, have a good pancake breakfast, and meet Santa Claus. So that's going to be really exciting. And
how does that work? I mean, they just show up, they register ahead of time.
Just come in, and you can buy your tickets at the door, and we'll serve you.
And how much are tickets?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll find out.
They are a donation. It's not that expensive.
Okay. It's a small
having
donation.
A really tough time pulling up all that information this morning.
It's Ryan didn't pay the bill on the internet like we told him to. That's what the problem. But okay, we'll get that information. But it's a small donation.
Yes, it's a small donation,
the bottom line, yeah.
And the kids, the little kids, of course, they won't be charged for it. But anyways, we have a wonderful in the North Pole coming down to meet with the kids, and that'll lead us right into the new year, which is going to be a great party at the temple. It's a Studio 54 themed party with all the wonderful libations and music. A DJ is going to be playing. Everybody's going to be kind of in a Studio 54 themed.
You're not old enough to remember Studio 54.
I'm not either, but you can look it up on the internet.
That's what I was thinking. I was a kid during the Studio 54 days, so
I don't even know if I was born, Dave.
Good. Why do I give you airtime? That's what I want to know.
Because you love me. You love the Shrine.
Yeah, I do. I love the work that you guys do. So the Studio 54 thing, how did it all come about?
Well, we've done the Bootleggers Ball this year. We've done the Halloween broomstick ball, and we kind of try to pair costumes or a theme with the cocktails and the music, and it's just a really authentic, fun time, and it's just a way to raise money. All that money goes to help keep the temple open and running so that we can do all of our good work for the children, the hospitals. And so it's a wonderful time. It's a great, safe environment with a great mission behind it. So we ask everyone, if you don't have any plans for New Year's, please make your reservations as soon as you can. And you can call the temple every day and stop by, or even stop by. It's 100 Courier Street, but the telephone number is area code 304-343-9405, and you can ask them to get you tickets for that New Year's Eve bash that we're having. So it's going to be a great time.
And you guys just do so much during the entire year, not just during the holiday season. And we talked about the food drives and one of the things I wanted to mention, I think you're giving up your parking lot for 2 big days. On Wednesday the 13th and Thursday the 14th, it's the 4th annual Charleston Police Department's Winter Wonderland Toy Drive.
Absolutely.
And they're going to be out there on the parking lot. And I had some of the folks on David Payne and some of the others from Astorgado on the show a couple of weeks ago talking about that, because they kind of kicked it off at Holly Jolly Brawley, on the But
what a wonderful event that is, by the way.
Yeah.
Wow.
And plus we have, the Light the Night over at the Go Mart Ballpark as well. Yes. 2 million lights over there. But so next Wednesday the 13th and Thursday the 14th, that's the 4th annual Charleston Police Department's Winterland Toy Drive. And you guys, again, as you do, have graciously given up your parking lot for people to drop toys off there.
Well, we absolutely love doing that with them. Lieutenant Payne is a joy to work with. The Charleston Police Department, fire departments, they are just anything that we do, they volunteer to help us too. So we are happy to partnership with the city and to events, and we always look forward to it every year. And it's a absolute blessing if you look out on the parking lot and see all those kids out there having fun. And of course, we had our trunk or treat event in October, if you remember. Lieutenant Payne, fire department, police department, everybody was there to help us out too. So it's a great partnership that we've made over the years, and we really truly enjoy working with them. So.
And the Christmas parade in Charleston is Thursday night. So what do you folks have in store?
Well, we're going to have as many people in that parade as we possibly can. It's on a night that is a non-meeting night for us this year, so we're really excited about it and look forward to participating and seeing everybody on the sidewalks and hopefully get the word out. Hey, we're out there. We're doing all of our wonderful things that we do and fun things that we do to raise money for the children. So,
and are you guys making your rounds in several Christmas parades in the area, or are you doing the best you can to get to them?
I believe that the guys were in 3 on Saturday.
Yeah,
alone 3.
We know the feeling here. I think, we were. I was only in 2 of them. I helped out one of our sister station, the Mountain, but I think our stations were in 4 this past week, and it's just about as busy this week too. It's the Christmas parade season. Unfortunately, everybody seems to want to have them all at the same time. You can't make them all.
Well, that's true, and we have different units and clubs out there. So we're hitting the Monroe County. We're hitting, Jackson County. We're hitting. We're down in Logan. We always do the Logan parade. It's always a big thing. Beckley, we do the Beckley thing. And then of course, we have up there in that Mount Nebo area, Summersville. I mean, we do a little bit of everything, and we try to get to every event that we possibly can just to get the word out about what we do and what our philanthropy is all about. So we're really excited about it.
Talking with Chris Withrow again for the Beni Kedem Shrine. Chris, this is the final time I'll have you on this year. You'll be back in the new year. I just want to take an opportunity to say hats off to you and the Shriners and everything that you do to not only make Charleston play a better place, but not to sound too hokey here, but to make the world a better place, because that's the whole mission of the Shrine Club.
It certainly is. And Dave, we want to thank you and your platform that you have here, and you allow us to come here and spread the word. So thank you so much. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a wonderful new year, and look forward to talking to you in January.
Chris Withrow again from the Beni Kedem Shrine. I appreciate you being here, my friend. Have a great holiday season. Thanks a lot, man. Our text line is sponsored by Fruth Pharmacy. Check out the Fruth Pharmacy gift guide for great deals this holiday season. Find gifts under $10. Super savers, hot buys, and brand new products for the holidays. Find gift sets for men and women, toys for the tots, cozy throws, quilts, and more. Shop local. Shop Fruth Pharmacy. Visit in store, online, or by phone and try their curbside pickup service. Fruth has been your hometown pharmacy for 71 years. And again, our phone call, Piggly Wiggly. And that hotline number is 304-345-5858. Fruth Pharmacy text 304-935-5008. Back after this with Landau from the Parmar Store Studio, brought to you by the Thornhill Auto Group on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses have been creating jobs in West Virginia since 1997.
With your name on it, drive on down to the Thornhill Motor Mile during the Ford Black Friday Sell-a-thon and tag yours at Thornhill Ford Lincoln. Slide into the driver's seat of a cutting-edge Ford SUV or new F-150 truck and feel the power of innovation at your fingertips. Be winter-ready and gift-giving in style. We'll even wrap it up with a big red bow if you want. Hey, it's Sydney inviting you to come explore all that Ford has to offer with great options for your holiday travels and offers that will keep you smiling well into the new year. This ought to make your season bright. Click or come by. Visit us online at thornhillford.net and on the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 Chapmanville. Visit Thornhill for all details.
Hey, it's Dave Allen for Parmar Stores, and yes, another holiday season is here. Now, you don't need me to tell you how hectic it all is with the shopping, the cooking, the decorating, family, and friends. Well, just remember, your local Parmar store is here for you during the holiday season and year-round. From gas to groceries and all the other things you need or may run out of, Parmar has you covered. We are the official convenience store of Marshall University and of the West Virginia Secondary Schools Activities Commission. Happy holidays. And remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Elevators. You take them for granted until they let you down. If you're working to maintain a stellar reputation, then let me introduce you to DC Elevator. We want to work with you to make sure your people get where they are going. What could be better than a new company coming to the area and already having 45 years of experience? DC Elevator is bringing a new culture of elevator maintenance, repairs, modernization, and installation to West Virginia. Don't leave your people hanging. For a free consultation, call DC Elevator at 304-345-7222.
921, the Dave Allen Show, 580 Live, brought to you part by your local insurance experts from Brightway, the Mays agency of Thames Valley. Buying auto insurance can be complicated. That's why you need a local person to look out for you. At Brightway, the Mays agency, they can customize your policies with coverages you need and want. Call John and Sherry at 304-814-2509 or visit brightwaymays.com. Angie Settle from Health Rights is going to join us a little bit later on with an update on the West Side gas situation. And Jeff Jenkins is going to stop by the studio a little bit later on because high school basketball for the boys actually gets underway tonight for us, for our broadcast coverage. And Jeff's going to join us to talk about that. Want to get a little programming note in here. 3 of the 4 leading Republican candidates for governor are going to meet for a debate in Morgantown Thursday night at 7. Delegate Mark Capito, businessman Chris Miller, and Secretary of State Mac Warner will take part in the debate. We'll have it for you on the radio, on the WCHS network, and at WVMetroNews.com with Hoppy Kercheval serving as the moderator. This Thursday starts at 7, live from Morgantown, again on the WCHS and at WVMetroNews.com. Landau Eugene Murphy Jr. is with us. How are you, my friend?
I am good, man. Busy.
Busy. You hit the building this morning about 8:20.
Yes.
We started you off with Steve Animal. You survived that, and then we sent you to Steve and Jenny. Steve and Jenny a little bit, more laid back, and then you got Rob Reel, who's certifiably insane, that does the morning show on Superstar Country KWS. But your holiday tour, and you do this every year. 13 years? Is that what I heard you say?
Yeah, 13th annual.
13th annual holiday tour.
Yes.
And, you travel literally all over the world. Chris Withrow and I were just talking about your trip to Dubai that you took. You literally travel all over the world. Mm-hmm. But for 13 years now, you have come back to West Virginia.
Yes.
For a series of dates.
Yes.
Why? Why do you do that?
I just think if I didn't, my grandmother would get up out of her grave and slap the crap out of me. Just not staying true to my roots. I mean, and I grew up here, and I know what it's like not to be able to see, the concerts of the famous people and things like that. So I just always said if I ever got on that platform that I'd always come back home and share that with my hometown folks. And so, when I travel around the world and I meet these famous people and we do shows together, I always try to bring them back to the state of West Virginia. Because everybody can't go to Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. And some people don't want to go to Hollywood. Let's talk about the charitable component, because anytime you do these, there's always a charity that you work in. Sometimes it's a school band. I know, of course, you have your Christmas toy program. That's the overall, but you're always giving, whether it's Children's Home Society or something like that. Talk about the importance of giving back.
The giving back part is just being a good, humanitarian, I would say. Just being a good person. And especially when you've been blessed with something, you always want to try to pay it forward. And that's just my way of paying it forward, just giving back, more or, as much as I take in. Mm-hmm. We all want to earn a living, but there's also other people out there in need of help. And if I have that platform to be able to do that, I believe that I am supposed to do that. So, and I think the blessing would be taken away from me if I didn't.
Yeah, and again, I mean, every show it seems like it's somebody. I know a couple of years ago, I helped you guys set up a thing in Roane County to help out their musical department.
Right.
In our hometown, our collective hometown of Logan, you're doing something on Saturday night at the theater there to help out the Logan High Band.
Yes, at the Cofield Jamboree, we got a whole red carpet. I have. Cameron's going to be there. Cameron.
Yeah, I want to talk about Cameron a little bit, but that's my point is that there's always some sort of a charitable component, including your toy drive. Let's talk about this young man, Cameron Lawson. He was on American Idol.
Yes.
He's joining It's on the tour. You're playing Charleston Thursday evening, so we'll talk about that a little bit. But tell me about Cameron, for those that aren't familiar with Cameron Lawson.
Oh, Cameron is a West Virginia native from the Bluefields down in Beckley. And he's an amazing singer. He looks like a young version of Smokey Robinson. I mean, so the girls are going to love him, so you ladies better come out to the show. I mean, and he's a phenomenal singer. He can hit it just about 5-6 different octaves. I mean, he's just a talented young man. So, you know, once again, using my blessing to pay it forward and having this platform, I figure out I help out a fellow West Virginian. You know, he came off that show, and he's basically just looking for a job or, you know, any ways to capitalize on what he accomplished on that show. And
how would you describe his musical style? Is he what does he do? I mean, I know on those shows like that, you sometimes have to do a little bit of everything. You can't specialize, but what is his specialty per se?
On the show, he actually sung "Truly" by Lionel Richie to Lionel Richie.
Okay,
right. So it's. I mean, that was an amazing, you know, moment for him and for Lionel Richie, I believe. So, you know, just go on YouTube and watch his audition. It was kind of interesting, you know, to see him actually singing to his hero, and his hero is kind of like singing the words along with him.
Would have been like you had you had the opportunity to be able to sing to Frank Sinatra, possibly.
Right, exactly.
If you can get the words out. I mean, because sometimes I mean, you meet your heroes, it could be kind of difficult. Now, you guys had your first show of the tour this past weekend in Clarksburg, I think. How was that?
Oh, that was fantastic. It was a nice crowd. Cameron did great. Everybody loved him. We had a lot of fun, a lot of special moments on stage with joking and, you know, just the camaraderie of being very witty at times when you need to be.
Yeah, and I'll say this about one of your shows. If no one has seen you in concert, and I've seen you for 70 years now, it seems, but it seems if you go to a Landau Murphy show, whether, you know, number one, he's going to do a little bit of everything. Now, the Christmas is a little bit different, but a normal show, you're going to do a little bit of everything. And you don't take yourself that seriously. I've seen you literally like stop a song and start it again because you're like, you know, because you laugh a lot on stage. And it's not like you're going to a formal black tie affair where you're going to sit there like you have something stuck in your backside. You know, you're actually going to you're going to have a good time when you come to a Landau Murphy show.
Yes, and I mean that's the beauty of it. If you're not having fun, then you're not doing it. And so I try not to. I mean, I believe in it. I take my talent very serious, the blessing of it, but just being stiff and all, you know, thinking that anybody else that's sitting in the audience, I just don't ever want to get that feeling. And so when I mess up on a song, I'm gonna stop it and tell the audience, didn't y'all notice that I messed that up? And they'll go, yeah, and then it's a laugh, you know, and everybody gets that moment. Everybody gets to share that moment. And I was like, well, let's start over and see if we can get this right. You know, but it's those little things that keep me human and stop me from being jaded. You know, and those are things that I stay away from. I don't ever want to lose sight of who I am or where I came from or the way I was raised or, you know, my roots. I mean, I'm a West Virginian for life, and I'm always want to be that way, and I don't ever want that to go away. So those little moments like that is what keeps me human. You know, it keeps me connected to you. It keeps me connected to the audience. It keeps me connected to my roots. And it's just, you know, I don't fear it. It's just, it's a stumble, just like any other human being doing a 9-to-5 job anywhere else. If you don't get the papers copied right, you got to go change the ink, right, and start over.
Start over again.
It's the same thing on stage to me. So it's just like, that's the way I look at it. I don't take it all like, oh God, I missed that lyric and I need to, you know.
People are there to have a good time,
right?
And they're not there to. I mean, they can stay. I mean, the way I've always thought about music, and this is just me as a music fan, I can stay home and stream it or, you know, whatever, and listen to it if I want it perfect. I don't want to go see one of my idols in concert and it sound just like the recording. I can stay home on my couch and listen to that. I want somebody that's willing to take chances. And I have seen you in concert do everything from Purple Rain to Mustang Sally. You were telling me a couple of years ago, you and I were somewhere, and you were telling me that you were listening to bluegrass.
Yeah. I did a song called Birds of Paradise by Little Jimmy Dickens with the Carpenter Ants. You can look it up right now. It's on Google. It's on everything.
YouTube or whatever.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're doing little Jimmy Dickens.
Yep, Birds of Paradise.
I know. Yeah,
birds of paradise fly up your nose. I've done that song. Like,
may an elephant caress you with his toes.
You're right.
I don't sing, but that's the next line.
Exactly.
All right. Now, so you're in the capital city. You can be around the Charleston parade, and then you're playing at the Scottish Rite Auditorium Thursday night.
Yes.
You added a Kentucky show to the tour this year. There's one in Ludlow. Saturday night, it's back home for you, literally at the Coalfield Jamboree in Logan.
Yes, it is.
Quite literally, where it all started. How many times did you and I walk out on that Coalfield Jamboree stage together?
Oh my gosh! I mean, probably ever since 2003.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, because I won. The Arts and Crafts.
Logan County Arts and Crafts Fair talent competition.
That was in 2003. And then that's when I was introduced to all of you guys.
And you didn't have the dreads then.
Right.
You had the short hair.
Cavadas.
You did what?
I had a short cavadas. That was the name of that haircut.
Wow.
A short haircut like that's tapered all the way around and not faded all out.
Oh, okay.
That's called a cavadas. That's what they call it.
I've learned something. That's promo material right there. Landau's just taught me something about hairstyles. That's how much. All right. In all seriousness, how many questions do you get about your hair?
Oh,
I mean, when people
so
go out.
many. I mean, I went to this African braids place in Columbus, Ohio, Morris Center Drive or something like that. And I sit in that chair, and the African lady came over there and she says, "What do you want?" And I said, "I need my roots twisted back down. Just wash it, and then twist my roots back down." She was like, "What do you mean, twist your roots?" And I was like, "My roots, the roots of my dreads, it's done grew out." And she was like, "Wait a minute, this is your hair?" And I said, "Yes." She was like, "No way." I said, "It's my hair I grew." She's like, "You grew this hair?" I said, "Yes." And then she was like, and so like 5 other Africans came out of the back, and then they were all playing in my hair like, I'm like, what is going on? But they couldn't believe that I actually grew these dreadlocks, because most people are walking around with extensions.
Yeah, yours is natural.
Mine are natural.
You know what it is? It's that Logan County coal water.
Yeah, that's right.
What it is.
It's that creek water.
It's that creek water, that sludge and stuff in it.
Yeah, but I started growing these in 2009 or 2008, end of 2008, at October 2000, and then I started, twisting and twisting and twisting while I was sitting around thinking, and they just started growing and growing and growing. But a lot of people didn't. I mean, right now I can literally go somewhere and somebody be like, "Is that all your hair?" And I'm like, "Yes," like every bit of it. I don't understand how a man can walk around with extensions in his head, first of all. And so, I mean, but to each his own, but I would just be scared that somebody would pull it and fall out. Like,
happens to NFL players all the time.
Right. They get theirs yanked out.
I got a question here for you from the text line. Somebody wants to know, who is the one artist that you would love to record with? That's probably a common question you get, but who's the one that you would love to record? And I'll kind of add to that, past or present.
Past, it would be Nat King Cole, Frank Sinatra, Ella Fitzgerald, definitely Billie Holiday. But present, I mean, and even I would say Marvin Gaye. Mm-hmm. But presently, who would I'd probably be Michael Bublé, Beyonce, Tony Bennett.
What do you think about the whole phenomenon of Taylor Swift? Because the whole country apparently has gone crazy over.
I love it.
Over Taylor Swift.
I think she's done what every artist has attempted to do since the beginning of all of this. Mm-hmm. I mean, the artists don't get to make the decisions; they don't get to make all the money. But she's broke through that thing to where has all the power, all the control. She decides where she wants to go, how she wants to do it, what songs are being put out. So she's basically conquering the record labels. She's conquering.
She's doing it her way.
She's done it all, and you got to give her roses and her flowers. I mean, and a big round of applause for that. And
there's so few artists and so few female artists that can say that they've done it. And I can name one off the top of my head that has done that at a totally different genre, and that's Dolly Parton.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Dolly Parton.
And Loretta Lynn did too. And Loretta Lynn did too. But Dolly Parton is one of the. Can I tell you a quick Dolly Parton story?
Yes.
Good friend of mine owns a limousine service here in Charleston. Dolly came in, did with her Dolly reading thing that she does, and everything. And so I hope he doesn't mind me telling this story. So he picks up Dolly. This is a true story. Picks up Dolly at the airport for her event and is driving her back to the airport and is talking to her, and her phone rings. And so she gets on the phone, and a friend of hers had called about a neighbor of hers passing away, and Dolly was said, "Well, I'll make the fruit. I'll make the cake or whatever it was, and I'll bring it over tonight." This is Dolly Parton, and she's on the phone. She's on the phone saying that when she gets home from Charleston, West Virginia to Nashville, she's going to bake a cake or a pie or whatever it was and take it to her neighbor's house. She didn't have people do it. She did it herself.
But that's just how down to earth she is.
That's neither here. All right,
that's
now,
a beautiful story.
You're doing an autograph signing today, I think from noon to 1 out at Adams Hallmark out at Dudley Farms. Those folks have been a big part of your career for a long time.
Yes, you go in and that's just like a meet and greet. Just let everybody see you and, get up close and personal with you and take pictures, just mingle with everybody. So that's just another way of, keeping your feet on the ground and your head out of the clouds. Just kind of stand, feet firmly on the ground.
But those folks at Adams have been a really big part of it because they're always excellent to you, whether it's here or they have the location in Huntington. You're always, anytime you're in town. Now, you also have Holly Forbes, who's going to be, I think, on the show in Logan.
Logan County,
Holly Forbes
back
is
Holly
excellent.
Forbes. Yeah. And I'm bringing her to Logan because a lot of people didn't get to see her because we didn't do that show in Logan that particular year. And then I have an international act that I can't tell anybody about, but that's going to be an amazing show. And Cameron Lawson will also be there too. We got a red carpet, a backdrop. I hired a photographer. So everybody come dressed to impress, and you can get your pictures taken, and you can receive all those pictures later on.
Yeah, and that's the show in Logan. But again, Thursday night. Now I've got it posted on my social media the poster that's got everywhere that you're going, because every year, and it's like clockwork. We'll wrap it up after this, Landau. It's like clockwork every year. When that schedule comes out, you start hearing from why aren't you coming to Wheeling? Why aren't you coming to? And this is the first time you played in Charleston in a couple of years. The truth is that there's a lot of cities in West Virginia, and you only have 12 or 15 dates. And I think you and Burke and the team, you do a great job of trying to get you in as many locations in West Virginia. And what I want people in West Virginia to understand as well is that you don't have to do this. I mean, you could be playing Vegas, and you will be after the first of the year, or you could be in Florida. You spend a lot of time in Florida. You could be overseas, but you choose to come back home to where you still live in West Virginia to do this.
That's right. I mean, this is home. And I love, the people of my state. I love my state. And just being blessed with the talent that I have, I want to share with all of my West Virginians. And so every holiday season, I want to be as close to home as possible. So why would I go to Las Vegas, or why would I go to California when I can just do it here and spread all that Christmas cheer right here? And then up until the last week of December, I get to spend time with my close relatives, friends, and family.
In L.A.?
Right, in L.A., Logan area.
I told somebody one time, Logan born, Logan dead. It's Logan born, Logan bred. When I die, I'll be Logan dead.
Yeah.
But I wasn't born in Logan. But you weren't born in Logan either. So you were born in Detroit, right?
No, I was born in Logan.
Okay, but then you went to Detroit and came back.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I was born in Holden Hospital.
Which is not even a thing
anymore.
It's not
even there. It's the bungalow now.
It's a bungalow. It's a housing development. Quick text for you says, just tremendous that this young man has never forgot where he got to start. What an amazing talent and a young man. I want to know who the young man is. Oh,
me.
You.
Yes.
You're younger than I am. That's all that matters, right? All right.
Yeah, I still get ID'd when I'm selling out Caesar's Palace. If I put on a regular jogging suit or something and try to walk across the casino floor, they come and grab me. Like security literally comes and grabs me.
Hold on to that, man. Enjoy it while you can. Landau Murphy, again, the concert in Charleston is Thursday night. You can go to the website and get your tickets there. It's Landau. There's a little trick to the way. It's LandauMurphy.com, right? Is there a junior in there? Just Google it.
LandauMurphyJr.com.
I couldn't remember whether it had the junior or not. All right. But and then today you'll be at Adams Hallmark out at Dudley Farms doing an autograph signing, a little meet and greet out at Adams Hallmark from noon to 1. Landau, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show, man.
Hey, thank you, sir.
All right. We'll do it again sometime, as we have for the last 30 years. I appreciate you, man. The Dave Allen Show at 580 Live is brought to you part by Pinnacle Consultants, the only accredited commercial lab in West Virginia for asbestos and mold. Asbestos was banned in some building products, but it isn't banned for all products in the U.S. Do not expose your family or workers to asbestos, mold, or lead paint. They offer real estate and environmental assessments for hazardous materials and air quality. Visit pinnaclecorp.net because what you don't know can hurt you. We're headed to the west side. Going to talk about the latest on the gas situation there, and Angie Settle from Health Right is up next from the Parmar Store Studio, brought to you by the Thornhill Auto Group on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses are small businesses with big impact, including Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness.
Watch 13 News.
The shooting that prompted a school lockdown.
Live, taking you to the scene.
Just in a house explosion and
local stories from your neighborhood.
Flames were shooting through the building's roof.
Now, giving you the most updated information.
This shooting happened right here along Depot Street.
And live coverage of local stories that matter to you. Amanda Barron.
A fire has crews on the scene.
Pat Simon.
Let's go live now to Sam DeCarlo.
Spencer Atkins.
We have new severe thunderstorm warnings.
Storm Tracker 13 weather.
You want to get in shelter.
Keeping you safe. Every weeknight, watch 13 News. Live, local, now. 13 News.
Dr. Phil is on the move. New station, new time. You do not want to miss the episodes I have in store for you. Watch me on my new home.
Watch Dr. Phil, weekdays at 3 on WOWK 13.
Get ready to make the holidays bright this year in a brand new Ford with your name on it. Drive on down to the Thornhill Motor Mile during the Ford Black Friday Sell-a-thon and tag yours at Thornhill Ford Lincoln. Slide into the driver's seat of a cutting-edge Ford SUV or new F-150 truck and feel the power of innovation at your fingertips. Be winter ready and gift-giving in style. We'll even wrap it up with a big red bow if you want. Hey, it's Sydney inviting you to come explore all that Ford has to offer with great options for your holiday travels and offers that will keep you smiling well into the new year. This ought to make your season bright. If you're come by, visit us online at thornhillford.net and on the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 Chapmanville. Visit Thornhill for all details.
Hey, it's Dave Allen for Parmar Stores, and yes, another holiday season is here. Now, you don't need me to tell you how hectic it all is with the shopping, the cooking, the decorating, family, and friends. Well, just remember your local Parmar store is here for you during the holiday season and year-round. From gas to groceries and all the other things you need or may run out of, Parmar has you covered. We are the official convenience store of Marshall University and of the West Virginia Secretary of Schools Activities Commission. Happy holidays, and remember, if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
"17 minutes away from 10, Special Olympics embodies the true spirit of sportsmanship. It's not merely about winning medals. It's about being a part of a team, practicing and competing together. The joy and fulfillment that comes from these experiences are immeasurable as athletes find their confidence and their self-worth through the victory. West Virginia Enriched, in collaboration with Huntington, invites you to witness the transformative power of Special Olympics. See a video highlighting the Special Olympics at facebook.com/580 WCHS. Ryan Nicholson is our producer today. Angie Settle from Health Right is here. Angie.
Hey, how are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Did I hear you and Landau in there singing together? Is that what I heard?
No, you don't want me to sing. You don't want that.
As a person that used to do a show on a station where I used to work, used to say they sung in the key of L.
Yeah.
Well, it sounded like L. Just say that fast a couple of times. It'll make sense. But thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. You reached out to me about coming on just to talk about kind of an update and thank some people. So just give us an overall with Health Right and the West Side situation. I'll leave it up to you.
You know, Health Right, we try to respond to anything in the community where there's a need. And when this thing happened with the gas outage on the West Side, Shayla Leftridge, who's our site coordinator over there and also our diversity, equity, and inclusion person, she just reached out and said, you know, the people were really hurting over here when they didn't have gas and no heat and they couldn't use their appliances. And if you're gas dependent, our clinic itself was closed for several days because we are dependent on gas heat. And so we try to just, step up and say, yeah, do what you need to do. And I'm grateful. A lot of times we don't have all that red tape and you have to run it up the flagpole. We don't do that. So we were able to start, cooking daily. We had great volunteers like Chef Keaton come in and help cook in mass. And I got some kind of big numbers to share if it's okay.
Absolutely.
We've done to date, as of last night, we've served 3,842 meals, passed out 761 heaters, 562 cooking appliances, 631 electric blankets, 105 regular blankets, and over 150 socks, gloves, and hats. And we've been doing a meal service Monday through Friday, like 5 to 7 p.m., where we give out what supplies we have, and then doing on the weekends. My husband and I were there Saturday. They didn't want me to cook. We served Little Caesars pizza, but it worked. It worked. It was warm. Pizza. So that worked out great.
As was said on the show, and I had the mayor on yesterday, when you don't have a hot meal,
absolutely.
Sandwiches will fulfill you, but it's sometimes you want that hot meal in a situation like that.
Well, and I can tell you, it's some really heartfelt stories. We had a lady in an automated wheelchair wheel over from 2 blocks over, had a backpack strapped to the back of her wheelchair. She had on like flip-flop house shoes, no socks. It's freezing. And she wheeled herself over there and asked us to put a portable heater in her backpack. She had a little meal and stuff. My husband ended up walking home with her, carrying her stuff to help make sure she got home. But people, this is desperation here. And what, not pointing fingers at anybody,
right.
But the reality is even though that the gas has been restored, and a lot of people are like, oh, the gas is restored. What's the problem? There's so much water and stuff in the lines that are ruined. He ruined the appliances and stuff. So even though the gas is turned back on, I just had a little lady the other with a bunch of kids on Saturday, and she was just telling me, she's in line. She's waiting for someone to come and inspect. But I do want to thank Governor Justice. He was amazing. They declared a state of emergency on the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
The very next day, he and Baby Dog, I love Baby Dog. I do love me some Baby Dog. I like animals. Came over to Health Right. He deployed the guard. And what a great group of men and women that have been there every day. They were there with us Saturday. Great attitudes. Chopping carrots and potatoes and helping and carrying out heaters and doing all that. And I have to say, I've been in contact with his office and his staff, and very, very responsive. And they have put, they have actually put the footwork behind their word, and they've been there for us. So been there for the West Side community. A lot of people have stepped up as far as volunteers and everything. Mm-hmm. But I can't say enough good. I got to stick my head in his Suburban that night. Baby Dog was riding shotgun, and he, nobody was there. Cameras weren't there. I got to talk to him there, and he said, we're going to do whatever we need to do. We'll be there for you, and they have been. So we're really excited, that they've been there for us, and we have plans right now to at least through Friday. We do it a week at a time and just do it, what we can. We at least plan through Friday to continue that meal service, and then we'll reassess because there's people still in need. We served almost 200 meals last night.
Right, and I think that's what, again, you brought up a very good point, very important point. And again, we're talking with Angie Settle of Health Right, is that when you hear this, the gas has been restored. Yes, absolutely. You're right. But everybody, this is not what was the date? October the 11th, was that the date that it happened? Or November, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So this is not November 1st. I mean, it's not back to normal yet, and there's so many, as you said, appliances that have been ruined. There's so many, so many other things that,
once they turn,
ruined.
like if they get the gas restored, and when they try to turn it back on, there was water that now blows up into the lines and went up into the utilities, and you think you've got little ladies that are shut-ins, and you think about, even for the normal person, if your appliances, went defunct tomorrow, and you had to go out and buy brand new appliances to just put, fork up that money. And these are people that are living paycheck to paycheck.
Mm-hmm. And there is a very big elderly population on the west side too. I think sometimes people kind of forget about that. Probably one of the older areas, if not the oldest in the city.
I want to encourage anybody who thinks, we need to stop talking about this. They need to come over to Health Right between 5 and 7, or like on the weekends we were there and did 12 to 2. We did lunches and just sit there and watch and hear the stories of people. There's lines of people in a row waiting for plumbers and different people to come and inspect their house. There's many lines. So there's people still without appliances, without working heat, that are just waiting in line in desperation to try to get things fixed.
And what I loved, Angie, about what I saw and what I've read and what I've heard about the situation on the west side, a lot of these people that were volunteering also didn't have gas. They don't have the appliances. I mean, they looked at their situation, and this is what we do in West Virginia.
Absolutely.
They looked at their situation and they said, okay, well, my life sucks right now because this is going on in my house, but this lady has got it worse than I do because she's elderly. She's in a wheelchair. This is a family that's got kids.
Absolutely.
Maybe I don't have kids in my house or whatever. They just kind of said they put their problems aside and went to help out somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you multiple stories of people. I mean, Raphael, he's a great photographer. He was over there working Saturday with me, and he was there. He's impacted by it, and over there with just, just a positive give back kind of attitude. And I think that's one of the things I want to thank, the governor and his office for and everything. One of my favorite sayings is West Virginians helping West Virginians.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do best, and I think that's been exemplified in this. And just proud overall of our work, but really proud of the community and people stepping up and showing, what it is we do here in West Virginia.
And you said that you're going to continue the meal service at least through the end of the week,
through
and you're taking it
Friday.
on a week by week basis.
Yeah, we're just we're a free and charitable clinic. We survive off grants and donations, and we have all these other things going on at the same time. I don't know if you remember back during COVID, we stepped up and started doing COVID testing kind of on the fly. And we ended up being the number one COVID testing site in the state of West Virginia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember it well.
Free tests. So we try to just respond, as long as there's $1 there, or if we can break even or maybe lose a little bit or whatever, we'll be out there on the corner selling cookies to make money.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes, we'll be there.
Angie Settle from Health Right. Quick text for you says, roll tide, Angie.
Oh, roll tide. That's where I got my doctorate at University of Alabama. So,
as a Georgia fan, this conversation's over.
I know. We made it. We made it in the top 5, though.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. All right, Angie, I appreciate you. Appreciate all of the work that you folks are doing over on the West Side. Thanks for taking time to be here and keep doing what you do. It is 9:52. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you part by Husson's Pizza. This month at your favorite Husson's, get the special holiday pack. It's a large 18-inch pepperoni pizza, 10 breadsticks, 12 hot wings, and a 2-liter Pepsi. Only $33.99. Find your local Husson's at HussonsPizza.com. We're back after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Are you a physical therapy assistant and looking for an opportunity in orthopedics, wellness, and athletic care? If so, Generations Physical Therapy is offering flexible work hours and an upbeat atmosphere. With 7 convenient locations, Generations may have a job designed for you. Visit generationspt.com.
Pepperoni Grill is back as this week's 50-50 Friday. You love pizzas, wings, pasta, pulled pork, and hot dogs. Now enjoy their delicious soup and grilled cheese homemade chili. And don't forget about the pepperoni rolls. Get 2 large 2-topping pizzas and a cheese bread for $22.99, and wings are only 69 cents Thursday through Saturday. Order online at pepperonigrills.com. Friday at 9 a.m. go to WCHSnetwork.com and click the 50-50 Friday button to get 50% off gift certificates for Pepperoni Grill, courtesy of the WCHS family of networks.
Get ready to make the holidays bright this year in a brand new Ford with your name on it. Drive on down to the Thornhill Motor Mile during the Ford Black Friday Sell-a-thon and tag yours at Thornhill Ford Lincoln. Slide into the driver's seat of a cutting-edge Ford SUV or new F-150 truck and feel the power of innovation at your fingertips. Be winter ready and gift-giving in style. We'll even wrap it up with a big red bow if you want. Hey, it's Sydney inviting you to come explore all that Ford has to offer with great options for your holiday travels and offers that will keep you smiling well into the new year. This ought to make your season bright. Click or come by. Visit us online at thornhillford.net and on the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 Chapmanville. Visit Thornhill for all details.
It's obvious. The unthinkable continues. Most Americans know something very wrong is happening. People in charge keep telling you that everything's fine and to stop noticing. But you know better. That's why self-reliant folks are investing in emergency food storage. You should too. My Patriot Supply, the nation's largest emergency preparedness company, are the ones you can trust. Go to mypatriotsupply.com and secure their best-selling 3-month emergency food kits. Each contains tasty breakfasts, lunches, and dinners averaging over 2,000 calories per day. Save $200 on each 3-month food kit you purchase. My Patriot Supply also sells solar generators, gravity-powered water filters, off-grid room heaters for when the power goes out, heirloom seeds, and survival gear. Order by 3 p.m. and your items ship that same day and arrive quickly on your doorstep in unmarked boxes. Go to mypatriotsupply.com today. Time is running out to prepare for what's coming. mypatriotsupply.com.
6 away from 10, the Dave Allen Show and 580 Live is brought to you part by Bridge Valley. If you're interested in improving your company's IT workforce, well, did you know that Bridge Valley offers custom-tailored IT training to bridge the skills gap? With Bridge Valley, you can train for little to no cost. With a 50-50 salary match, Bridge Valley can also supply skilled graduates and apprenticeships for your company. Visit bridgevalley.edu/apprenticeships for more information. Jeff Jenkins is here. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning.
As I said at the top of the show, we just wrapped up the Super 6 in Wheeling. Now, no rest for the wicked, as they say. The sports team back at it with high school basketball. First game on the broadcast schedule is tonight.
It's tonight, yeah. We do about 36 games, high school basketball games here on WCHS, and we've done that now for several years. And we, there's really good high school basketball in this valley, and we do, we look at the schedule and we do some of the best games, and we get a lot of the different teams on the air. So we start tonight with what's kind of turned out to be our traditional opener. I'm not sure why. Well, I think because this is the night that not everybody opens this season tonight, right? But always Polka and Nitro do. And so for the last probably 4 or 5 years, we've done Polka Nitro to open the season, and we'll do that tonight. The game's at Nitro, 7 o'clock tip. They'll try to tip it at 7. It'll be right around 7, a little after 7. But we'll have that game tonight.
And then later in the week?
And then later in the week, the first game of the season for South Charleston and GW is actually playing one another. So that's a big rivalry right at the beginning of the season. Then they play a second time actually like within a couple of weeks. So they get their 2 games out of the way pretty early. So we'll have that Friday night up at GW. So we've got a total of 32 games right now scheduled. And we could add some. It just depends. I mean, we've been really blessed with really good weather as far as getting a high school basketball schedule in the last several years. Very few postponements or anything. And so if we do get postponements, we'll try to make the games up or slide some other games in. But we'll have Charleston Catholic on the air. We'll have Winfield on. We'll have Hurricane on, GW, Capital, South Charleston. We didn't mention Nitro Polka. So we'll be St. Albans. So we'll do
You're
a regional
fan of a
schedule.
Kanawha Valley team. Your team's going to be on at
Hoover,
some point.
Hoover's
They're
on
all
several times. We'll be at the Hoover gym. We'll be at the Hoover's new gym several times. So, yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Let me ask you this real quick before we let you go. I had Fred on last week, and we know it's too early to tell because we haven't started, really getting into the boys' basketball season yet. But what kind of an impact do you think the new transfer rule will have on high school
I'm going to be
hoops?
really interested to see that. I know several teams have multiple transfers, and I think it's going to be interesting to see because a lot of times in high school basketball, Dave, you've played with each other. The majority of people play with each other. Now, there's always transfers, but the majority of people play with each other through middle school, JV, and into high school. Now, all of a sudden, you got this influx of a lot of new players from different places. So how has that, impacted practice? How has that impacted, how will that impact the game? So that'll definitely be, I think the teams that kind of figure that out obviously will be successful.
All right. Well, Jeff, we'll be listening tonight, man. Yeah. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Look forward to it.
And again, we got basketball coverage for you all season long. We're taking you right up till March, and the boys and girls state basketball tournaments here. I love it. Love high school. As the announcers say, the sweat-soaked gyms. By the way, Ryan Nicholson, our producer, is going to be producing the game tonight. So he's got his basketball attire, his warm-up suit ready to go. Ryan will be producing tonight's game. Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you part by Meeks Realty Group. Discover the unrivaled expertise of Meeks, your ultimate partners in all things real estate. Whether it's your dream home or that ideal commercial space, Meeks has you covered. Contact Rich the Realtor, 304-932-7488. Let Rich and the team guide you on your real estate journey. Take a look at all their listings at Meeks.com. Quick story, lead story this morning, WVMetroNews.com. Even with all that has gone on recently, the West Virginia Public Service Commission considering a rate increase request from West Virginia American Water. Now, to be fair, this was being proposed before the gas crisis on the west side. You can imagine a lot of people are upset about this, writing letters. Mayor Goodwin issued a statement about that. Other Kanawha County Commission has as well. That hearing was due to get underway this hour. Brad McElhenney and the team will be covering it. We'll get into it a little bit more on tomorrow's show. Our show is also brought to you part by General Hardware and Lumber of Winfield. Come check out their new contractor showroom, lumber yard, and more. They deliver service and quality right to your door. All right, coming up on the show tomorrow, speaking of the West Side, one of the big developers over there, Ty Bullock, is going to join us to talk about some of the development on the West Side. And haven't had this guy on in a while. Rob Cornelius will be on the show tomorrow. He's kind of well known in Republican circles, and he's got some news he wants to drop on us. So Rob Cornelius will be on the show tomorrow. WVMetroNews.com and WCHSNetwork.com. That's where you go for all the news of the day. My producer, Ryan Nicholson, and thank you to all my guests today. See you tomorrow. Till then, have fun and love somebody.
WCHS AM, 96.5 FM Charleston, and 104.5 Cross Lanes, a WVRC media station. We're proud to live here, too.
Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
You probably know the feeling. Sweaty, fast breathing, quick heart rate. That's a cortisol spike. It feels awful, and its imbalance is the cause of your anxiety. Rebalance Health's 3-part anxiety system helps address it at the root. Rebalance Health lozenges are natural and designed for optimal absorption, providing 24-hour relief. Live life fully without feeling like you're fighting for it. Get 50% off your first month with code CALM23 at rebalancehealth.com.